What's up, Lex? How y'all doing tonight? Whew. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's good? How y'all doing? Just got out the shower. A little bit hot. A little bit tired. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Whew. What's going on? Ask away, Muds. Goose, what's up? Everybody here done died and came back. That's why we're here, to keep coming back, to keep working, keep this plantation going. What's up, Untold Knowledge? To keep this plantation going, that's why we all come back. That's why this cycle was invented. It's actually a brilliant plan, if you think about it. So let's look at it on a microcosm level. Let's take the American slave trade, for example. If the slave masters, and they did, had invented a way to keep slaves generation after generation, which they did. And how did they do that? Was they forced the slaves they had to mate. And they really didn't have to force them because, I mean, you know, whether you're free or not, you're a human being and you're going to want to have sex. So, you know, he really didn't have to force them. And, you know, definitely wasn't given no birth control. So, you know, so when you look at that and how, you know, let's just say you bought 2 slaves. You know, a man and a woman, they, you know, and you keep them together all the time, eventually they're going to fuck and have kids. So, you know, it's not rocket science. So the aliens, so here's the thing. Something obviously happens when you die. Meaning your soul is set free. Okay? And they know this. Your soul is set free. So they've invented a plan to get you back. A scheme to get you back. Which means you must have a choice. There's options when you die. And so for you people who are believing in your religious doctrines, I'm sorry. They're fake. They're false. They're fake and they're false. They're lying. And let me explain to you why they're lying. Your preacher, your imam, he ain't died. I mean, he has, but he don't know. But he ain't nobody tested these theories of the church or the synagogue or the masjid. Ain't nobody tested these theories. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a passage in the Quran that says, and I'm paraphrasing, something about, you know, if you believe some of that shit that's going on, then seek death, is what it says. Something about, it says to seek death if you believe it, so you can go find out if it's true or not. Nobody in the Christian or Jewish religion seeks death, ever. And they the ones that think they going to heaven big time, sins forgiven and all of that. But they scared to die, ain't they? Scared to die. You can't, at least you can't say that about the Muslims. They'll blow up, they'll strap on a bomb and walk up in a place in a heartbeat. So you can't say they're afraid to die and go find out what's up there. But you Christians and you Jews and the rest of you, you ain't trying to go nowhere. you ain't trying to. You on your if boy on your deathbed, if you can string it out some more, you will. You know what I'm saying? So all that tells me is people go to church for what? Because you really don't believe what you're going there for. You don't believe that shit. All these Christians and Jews, they don't believe that shit. Y'all waiting on somebody to come, and you don't know when he gonna come. Because he told you he'll come like a thief in the night. Well, it's like 10:30 right now, tonight, and he could pop up at any time. So are you niggas ready for him? Hell no. And many of you don't believe he'll be here tonight. Which means you don't even believe the shit you think you say you believe. But I don't want to talk about religion, man. That's you know, if a person, you know, everybody got to go through their journey. Some of you not even trying to get to the journey. You just, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Sirius? Some of them not even trying to get to the journey. You know what I'm saying? You can't call yourself trying to discover the truth if you're going to keep doing the same shit you was when you were so-called sleeping, and now you feel like you awake, but you go to church every Sunday or you go to the masjid, whatever. You know, I'm going to say this about the religion, and I'm going to put it to rest, because what I'm about to say just kills it. All right? Just kills it. With this statement, I'm going to kill all three religions, all the big three. I'm going to kill it with one statement. And before I say the statement, let me first explain to you big three religions how you're all intertwined. You're really just one religion. You've separated yourselves, and then you've separated yourselves into many, you know, factions, but you really just one religion. And you pray to the same freaking God. All right? Islam is the baby of the three, meaning Islam is the most recent religion. Islam is based off of what religion, people? And the class would say, Christianity. That's right. Islam is based off Christianity. Why? Because in order to be a Muslim, if you're not born Muslim, like I wasn't born Muslim, when I converted to Islam like 20 years ago, you had to take something, what is called a shahada. A shahada is like a declaration of faith. All right? And when you take that shahada in front of other Muslims, part of that shahada says you must believe in the books that came prior to the Quran. What are those books they're talking about? They're called the Injil and the Torah, which means the Injil represents the gospel. And you know the Torah is the Old Testament. Whose Bible is the Torah? The Jews. Whose Bible is the Injil? The Christians. So now that I've shown you how the Jews and the Christians and the Muslims are all related and they are one religion, now I'm going to shut them all down with one statement. The Vatican has his worship hall in the shape of a fucking reptile. Period. End of story. Moving on. So I saw this thing. I saw this commercial about impeaching Donald Trump. All right. If you don't get that statement, what I just said, I'm going to break it down a little bit further and then I'm going to move on. The Vatican, all right, represents the church. So rewind a few thousand years. Who was the most powerful entity a few thousand years ago? The church. All right. Many people believe countries are more powerful today. And you would be wrong. The church is still the most powerful entity on this motherfucker. That's why all these people, that's why every president take his ass over there. All right? They still powerful. And you know why the church is powerful? Because they ran by reptiles. That's the centerpiece. All right? That's the centerpiece. Notice the Pope is in there for life. That's because the reptilians pick a motherfucker to be the Pope. He stay his ass in there for life. Not all of these elections and shit like you see in all these other countries. You know, that's too much. They don't want to deal with that. Reptilians, they don't want to do. That's too much. All right. Let the people think they have the power of choice. We choose you, the Pope. Do any of you, and I know we got some Catholics watching this, do you really think the fucking Pope is chosen by God or talks to God or any of that dumb shit that they say? It's correct, but it's not the God you think. His God is the reptilian. That's his God. So since you've seen that they've made, I mean, what else you want him to do? He made the whole prayer hall into a fucking snake. What else can he do? You know what I'm saying? What else can he do? What else do you want him to do? You know what I'm saying? He's telling you, they told you. Wake up, wake your eyes, open your eyes and see what the fuck they doing, man. See, this is the sad part of it all, people. When the masses like us start waking up, that signals something. It signals to the reptilians that they have to start this all over again, this cycle. And what that means is the destruction of the earth is coming. Well, not the earth, of mankind. They don't never destroy the earth. They just wipe us all out and they start again. That's why if you do some real history, digging into history, you will see, and the Mayans were trying to tell you, you will see that a new cycle on Earth starts around about 3,000 years. I'm talking about cycle of civilization. Starts about every 3,000 years, 3,000 or 4,000 years. They're going to spend about 500 to 1,000 years cleaning this motherfucker up after they wipe us out. These people, you know, you got the elite who think they're going to get this new world order off. This is why they're doing it. Let me explain to you why they're doing a new world order. All right? And picking and choosing who's going to be where and what. All right? They know that the aliens come. And I don't know which set it is, if it's the reptilians or not. I really don't think it's the reptilians that do this. But these elite know that the world is recycled every few thousand years. Okay? So, and think about what I'm telling you. All right? In order to compete, because we're not talking about nations, the United States competing with China. No, this is far bigger than this. This is what I've been trying to bring y'all to from day one. Since I started this journey on posting this shit, I've been telling y'all that none of this shit is isolated. It's all connected. And I've been trying to show you piece by piece to make a picture so you can see the real big picture. There is a big picture here. It's beyond reptilians. It's beyond grays. It's beyond anything on this planet that they got you misfocused on that television. You know, politics, religion, race, all that bullshit. Them things is to distract you. So you can't put the pieces together and see the big picture. The big picture is the reason this NWO is coming is because they realize that the only excuse me, the only chance that they have, the elites, the ones in power, because they're only concerned with themselves, don't give a fuck about you. The only chance they have is to unite the world, all the nations under here, to unite them under one banner. That's the only chance. If they don't accomplish that, another flood will wipe this motherfucker out. So, in order to try, in a way they're trying to save humanity, but they're doing it in a very selective way, which doesn't include you or I. Because they know, like right now, look at the way the world is. It's too divided. And it's of their own doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's too divided to come under one banner. There's no way it could come under one banner. You niggas not gonna let it come under one banner. The infighting is just not gonna die. So they figure, fuck it. Kill 3/4 of them. If we got a good 750,000, we can get them under the right, we can school them, control them more. We can, that first generation, the 750,000 people that's left, that's ground zero now. That's the first generation. They gonna pound it in their fucking heads, control, so that the generation that follow them will be really the ones that they want to push into the next. You know what I'm saying? But, so, somebody's promising them some help. All right? Somebody's promised them help. Somebody's giving them a blueprint to do this. All right? We can't compete. Well, we as in they. They can't compete on a planetary level against other planets because we don't have the technology that them other planets got. We getting it. They getting it because they doing everything. They bargain in the kitchen sink. They handing over you, me, and everybody else to get it. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is they're actually trying to save mankind, but they, like I said, they being selective. Now, still the whole thing about it is though that the race has been infiltrated by reptilians and probably some others that they're not telling us about. It cracks me up when I hear people say, duh, a part of our brain is reptilian. They say that as if that is a natural thing. That's like saying, duh, a part of our brain is dogs. I mean, that's not natural. If you are human, then your brain should be 100% human, not a part reptilian. So when you hear that, and you heard President Obama say it too, when you hear that a part of you has an alien in you, then what you should really be asking yourself is, how did it get there? You know what I'm saying? How did it get there? Your creator didn't just pick up pieces and say, okay, I'm going to use a reptilian in this motherfucker, a gorilla, a monkey. Let's give him some dog legs. Let's give him eyes like reptile, like alligator. I mean, we not a fucking smorgasbord of pieces. You know what I'm saying? We're not a smorgasbord. All right, we're a race of beings. Okay, so when you hear that and they tell you this, part of your brain is reptilian. Hey, you've been hybridized. We've been hybridized. All right, and that's what they're not telling you. And isn't it funny? You'll go to school and colleges, and you'll sit up in that fucking science room, and they'll kick this shit to you like it's a fucking science, like it's something slick. And nobody is really thinking like, hold on, excuse me, sir. Sir, you said part of our brain's reptilian? Yeah. Where did that come from? Because we're human. Should none of our brain be reptilian? It should be human. Did you ever think of that, sir? You know, nobody ain't saying nothing about it. They just accept what these motherfuckers tell them. They just accept what they tell them. So when you hear people say reptilians, though, I don't know about these reptilians. I don't think they exist. Motherfucker, the evidence is in your head, dumb motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The evidence is in your brain. The fuck you mean you don't think they exist? Nigga, you got they put part of themselves in your fucking brain, nigga. Fight or flight. What the fuck? The reptilian part of your brain. Shit. So they fucking exist. They fucking exist. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's like ludicrous. What if part of our brain was gray aliens? And they'd be saying, oh, well, you know, part of your brain is gray alien. You see what I'm saying? The fuck you mean part of my brain is reptilian? So that's the thing. Another thing is this. These motherfuckers exist, people. It's some of them on this motherfucker right now. And that's probably the niggas that I cuss out that be making the whack ass comments. You know what I'm saying? Because here, let me just kick it to you like this. If you were to go to church and the pastor is preaching, right? And a motherfucker is in the audience making jokes. If a motherfucker in the audience making jokes in the church while the pastor preaching, what's going on with that? What's going on with that? Something going on with that, right? So since this is a broadcast that's on some real shit, and these motherfuckers on here come on here and they be making jokes and shit, like this motherfucker Ghostface 209, somebody DM me him so I can block his bitch ass. But when you got motherfuckers like this, ain't nobody talking, ain't nothing funny. Did I say something funny? So you got to realize that these reptilian motherfuckers are here. And they're here to deceive you. And then you got these government agents. I had a nigga left me some old fucked up comments. I'm trying to catch up on my emails and shit. You know, my DMs. Nigga left me some old fucked up comment talking about he did some time, blah, blah, whatever. Then the nigga gonna ask me for information. He got 15,000 followers. This nigga gonna ask me for, I said, what? I said, what? Nigga, you want documents? What the? Nigga, I know you an agent now. You know what I'm saying? I know you an agent now. Look, these motherfuckers not showing you their face, and you following these motherfuckers because they posting up something slick. Man, I follow motherfuckers. I follow them back. You know, I follow people that, you know, I follow them back. I don't follow no more people though. I'm not following anyone else. Whoever I'm following now is who I'm following. I'm not following nobody else. And the rule of thumb is I'm not ever going to follow another person that doesn't show their face on their account. Because this shit is real. This shit is real. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be more selective about who you let into your world, even your social media world. You know what I'm saying? Even your social media world. You need to be more selective. You know? I'm a hood nigga. I cuss motherfuckers out that talk fly. You know what I'm saying? I do that sometimes. Probably more than I probably should. You know. But I don't give a fuck. I know I get a lot of messages y'all say, man, stop wasting that energy on them niggas. But you know, it's just a code. You know, I'm old school, a code. You you don't let a nigga say anything to you, and you especially don't let a bitch nigga say anything to you. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm from. You slap a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just old school nigga, you know. But anyway, let's move on. So I saw a commercial with Donald Trump. I mean, with them wanting to impeach Donald Trump, right? And I'm gonna try to find this clip. And I heard this on Coast to Coast. So have any of you seen that? And I'm gonna post the commercial. It's it's a 1 minute commercial, so I'm gonna post it. But it's to impeach Donald Trump. So what what he's focusing on though is that Trump he said, what has Trump got to do with Russia? He like, cause you know, it's something going on with Trump and Russia. All right. Now, when I heard him say that, it triggered something back that I heard a long time ago on a Coast to Coast AM show. And that was